Good day, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Janine, aka Miss B, coming to you with a budgeting video, or what I would call a budgeting, not so budgeting video. I'll get into that in a bit. I hope everyone is doing well. I just completed or finished my impromptu savings challenge video, so I said, while I'm on a roll, let me just get this budgeting, not so budgeting video out the way. Now this video is also part of the new series, or one of the new series that Budgeting April has created, which is Budgeting Holidays Sip and Chat. So she, in her videos, will be asking a few questions, and the participants, we will answer or not answer or think about the answers, and then we'll share them during our videos however we see fit. So my drink of choice today is hot chocolate with plenty of marshmallows, how I like it. Perfecto. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so actually let me just go into the first question, and then I will get into my information here. So the first question that she asked is, tell us a back in the day story about the holidays. And I was thinking long and hard, like, I was like really trying to think about something that really stuck out. And don't laugh at me, y'all, but I'm gonna share it anyway. So I am the biggest Jodeci fan. Like, I'm their #1 fan. I am their 5th group member in my mind. I know there's a lot of 5th group members, but in my mind, I'm the one. So love them, love them, love them. When I'm telling you, I love me some Jodeci, I love me some Jodeci. So it was in '93. It was, it was the holidays. It was Christmas time, and actually I was pretty sick. I had like a really bad cold that Christmas, and I tend to get a really bad cold most Christmases. It's like not fun. But that year I was really feeling under the weather. I don't recall if it was the flu, but it was really bad. Anywho, I was not, what you say, really in the Christmas spirit, only because I was like not feeling well. I was just in bed and just trying to feel better. And that was I believe that was my second year. Yeah, that was my second year living in New Jersey. So I was still getting acclimated to New Jersey, because I moved from Brooklyn, big city, hustle and bustle, to a tiny town in Jersey. And it was a huge like change for me. Anywho, so one of the presents, or two of the presents that my mother got for me, I was, oh my goodness, can I tell you, I think, I don't even recall being like as excited as I was that particular Christmas. But what she bought for me was my Sony Walkman, if y'all remember. That was the yellow Walkman, and it had like the no bounce. You could play the CDs, and this is when the CDs were like really taking over. Like, the cassettes were starting to fade out, and then the CDs were, taking over. So that's when we started like buying the CD versions of the cassettes that we already had. Sorry about that, y'all. So anywho, so she bought me the Sony Walkman, and it was like the bounce proof, so like you could dance, you could get your boogie on and all that, the two-step, and your CD would not skip. So along with that, with the CD Walkman, well, not the Walkman, the CD player, because I actually had the Walkman, which I was excited for having that yellow Sony Walkman when I got that one a couple of years prior, but getting the CD version, I was like, yes. And then it was Jodeci's second album, Diary of a Mad Band. And when I tell you I was in all my glory, I just like listened to that CD. I don't even know how many times I listened to it back to back. It's still my favorite album out of all the Jodeci albums. Of course, I love all of their music, but that's my favorite album. That's their second one. So that is my favorite, or that's my back in the day story about the holidays. So, okay, let's get into my budgeting, not budgeting. So there are a few things that there's always something coming up. Anywho, got paid on November the 10th. And what I have paid for so far, let me move this out the way. Now, I'm not sure if anything or how much will be going towards the mortgage and HOA and the PSE&G, which is my electric. I'm not sure how much I will be putting towards that in this paycheck, or sorry about that, or if I will have to hold off till the next paycheck once I get things done, and then that is when I'll pay those amounts. So, what has been paid so far is, and also the groceries. I'm not really sure how much I will be allocating for that. I do have $30 towards groceries in my cash wallet, so whatever I end up with, well, we'll see. Anywho, so I did pay some of my credit cards, or I paid a little bit towards all of them. So let's see. All right, so I paid 40 on one, 75 on the next one, 80 on the next one, 35 on the next one. Oh, and then 65 on the next one. Let me just double check that. 40 plus 75 plus 80 plus 75 plus 65 plus, actually, so that's $295. I actually did pay another card, which is Macy's. I paid that separately, so I actually gave them $85. So $380. So it's actually over budget technically, because I paid more towards the cards than I usually would allocate towards the cards. Let me just double check something, because the last time, or what in my mind I have allocated, oh yeah, so this is over my allocation, but that is, that's fine. So I'll fill in these numbers at a different time. So let me just take a look here. So 380 plus, just round these numbers off. So with everything I have so far listed up, so everything that I have listed so far, I have $855 coming out. So $536 remaining. Just Okay, so 536 is what I have to work with until my next paycheck. I actually have to have the, I don't even know what kind of company, I guess cleaning company, come in. I have to get the vents cleaned out. So the dryer will work better, and also for the air and the heat, they have to come in and clean the vents every now and then. So the price, I didn't fully calculate it, but the quick calculation in my mind is gonna be a little over $400. So, yeah. So I might end up with, after they come in, they're supposed to be coming in on the 22nd of November. Wait a minute. Yeah, the 22nd of November. So I get paid that week, so that's a good thing. But anywho, once they come in, that will just leave me with probably a little bit less than $100 to work with. So yeah, that's a no-go with this mortgage and the HOA and the electric until the next bill, honestly. So yeah, that's why I called it my budgeting not so budget, because that's something they definitely have to come in and check now that they fix what they had to fix with my HVAC system. This is the next step, and then that will have everything running smoothly and hopefully save me some money electric wise, so nothing is like overworking itself. So that's that. Anywho, the next question is, what is your charity of choice for the season? Usually the charities that I've been contributing to for the longest has been Salvation Army, Red Cross. Why did my mind just go blank? My mind has just been going blank today. March of Dimes, and St. Jude, and WWF for the little furry cuties, the animals, the wildlife, and American Cancer Society. So those are the ones that I've always been contributing to pretty steady. And I've done walks for March of Dimes and the Cancer Society. I've done several walks for them over the years. It's been some time, but yeah. So that's that's the charities of choice that I contribute to. And I know there's a whole lot more out there, but there's a lot that I'm aware of, but those are the ones I tend to stick to. And then I'll just go into the third question, which is, compare your family to a family, like a TV family during the holidays. And I had a hard time with this one because I was really trying to think of a family. I can't think of one that I could compare my family to over the holidays. I'll tell you how they've been over the holidays, and maybe someone might know off the top of their heads what TV family or movie family reminds them of, but I can't really think of any at the time. At the moment. But my family, we're pretty chill. I have a lot of uncles, so usually when we get together, or when we've gotten together, you get together more like, I guess, when everyone's younger. Now that everyone's older, it's kind of like it hasn't been the same. But when we're younger, when the family would get together, the uncles, they're heavy into books they're nerdy guys, which is all good because I'm pretty, nerdy myself. But they like to just get together and go in their little corner or around the dinner table and discuss like politics and Egyptian history and things that's going on back home in Trinidad, and just a whole bunch of like technical work, political, stock market things. And then that's how they were, that's what they would do during the holidays. And then it would just be like my cousins and I will just be like off in another room, like watching cartoons or just being little giggly girls. And then, grandmother and mother and aunt cooking. So it was just like pretty simple. And then as the years progressed, it was more of the uncles kind of chilled out a little bit with all the smart chit chatter, and they'll kind of like hang out with all of us, or we just started hanging out with each other, like not dipped off into different parts of the house until it was time to eat. So as we got older, we just like got together, and we would have like a classic movie playing in the background while we all just chit-chatted like about anything under the sun. Or we'll have like the basketball games on, or football games, whatever games are on during the holidays. We would have it on the games, and that would be in the background, and we'll be watching and cheering our teams on, which is New York teams. So the Giants and the Knicks. And so we'll be like rooting them on while, like just chit-chatting and cooking, and everyone helping each other out. And then the one of the uncles, well, we're a very musical family too, so we like music and dancing and stuff like that. So I have an uncle that tends to put on a lot of soca and calypso during the holidays, like classic soca and calypso. And then we'll just get up and have like a little dance party. And then if my mother hosts it, she's usually the one to play more of the jazzy or the old school like R&B, or like the classic groups like the Commodores and like people like that. So that's what we would listen to and just have a good old time and eat and things like that. So that's how my family was and is right now. So maybe some of y'all would be able to figure what TV family that reminds them of. But anywho, so that's been my video today. So I just wanted to share my budget, not so budget with you, and also budgeting holidays, sip and chat. Just provide my little stories based on the questions that Budgeting April provided. So I'm, really looking forward to the more intense questions, because I know it's going to be a little bit of everything that she'll be asking. So I'm sure I might have to pass on some of them. I know, or I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll remix it, because there are some things, if y'all only knew. But I gotta be slick about, sharing those, sharing those stories. But believe me, with those stories I have, it's more than a sip and chat. I got the tea, the coffee, the hot chocolate, the everything. The hot toddies, anything, chai lattes, frappuccinos, all of that. But anywho, thank you for checking in, watching the video. I'm also looking forward to hearing the stories from the other participants of this particular series. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. I appreciate all of the love and support and the lovely comments. And I thank you to all the new subscribers and to my current subscribers and to everybody. Much love. All right. Peace out. And the party done.